Yes, sir. Guys. T-Dub was blazing the sports. Walking to that car. We're gonna get this work. Guys, I parked on the very far end, about to make this walk. But listen, man, we had a good weekend of fighting, guys. A really good weekend. We got a chance to see what was going to happen when Ramirez and Hooker faced off. We saw Gamboa back, made a statement. Okay, I see you, Gamboa. I see you. Okay. We got a chance to see Tank Davis versus Ricardo Nunes. I gotta say this, man. Nunes, I'm not gonna lie, before the fight, I liked the way he was talking. I liked the confidence that he was displaying. What he was gonna do to the tank. He was gonna crack the tank. Even though I did predict Tank Davis to beat him in 4 rounds, I was like, I don't know. Maybe Nunes can show me that I'm thinking wrong. We'll talk about that too. And guys, with the Tevin Former fight, this fight to me meant 2 things, right? Well, not meant. It meant one thing. If he wins, does he get a chance to fight Tank Davis? Who is he going to call out? And the other one is what I observed. And that was the booing of Tevin Former, which I thought was very disrespectful. It's not like he went out there and ran and did not try to engage or punch. The guy fought, the guy won. And guys, that is the 4 corners of boxing. Yes, we did have some MMA, UFC was in action. Saw Chris Cyborg, come back. Man, she got split right in the middle of her head. She was leaking, guys. She was leaking. And I'm not talking about a runny nose with no tissue, but she was leaking. Fought a very good fight. Holloway won the main event. But this is Boxing Talk, guys, to talk about the 4 corners of boxing this past weekend. And guys, if you come into the chat, one thing I want to let you know as you come in is, in the famous words of, I believe it was Tupac, you are appreciated. Please smash a like. I encourage you to subscribe if you have not already done so. Please hit the notification bell. Make sure it's checked for all notifications. That's all live videos and videos that I upload that I do on my free time, so you never miss another moment. Guys, I made it to my car, right? I'm here. I'm at the car. Let me go and get inside in case some of you guys just coming in. This is my lunch work edition, guys. This right here is the lunch pack snack. You got the chips, you got the soda, you got the sandwiches, all right here. And we're gonna get ready and feast on this blaze. Let's eat. All right. Woo, shit. It's hot in that car. Holy shit. See, if it didn't rain, I'd have left my windows down. But I'm in St. Louis, where the weather is about as bipolar as my last 3 girlfriends. It was raining, cats and dogs, meows and woof woofs everywhere. And now it's hot. The ground is dry. And of course, I am back at it like a crack at it to give you boxing geekers this work. All right, man, I'm about to sit out for a minute. If I go in that car right now, that shit's gonna hit my sinuses so damn hard. I mean, I'm sitting on it, but god damn, it's hot. I don't know if it's hot, it's just muggy, isn't it? All right, guys, in the building, my boy, the one, the only, Strap Butt Buck Boxing. How are you, my dude? What is blazing with you? It says, oh, why can't I read it good? Let me see if I can wipe a little bit. I'm grubbing, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so listen, man. Let's do this work. Since we came here to eat, a lot of us don't like to be disturbed. So let us feast on this lunchtime work edition. The snack pack of boxing. Let's get it. So I don't know whether I should start with the major card. I think the fight that I was looking forward to most was Maurice Hooker, and Ramirez. I think that was the one that I was looking forward to most. That was more of a 50-50 matchup in my opinion. But let's go. You know what? Let's go with Gamboa. So right, I'm watching the Gamboa versus Martinez fight. Right. Um, from time and watching Gamboa, the one thing about Gamboa is very explosive, fast hands, right? But to me, I thought he lacked a lot of defense. And even with his offense, he left himself, exposed. But I have to say this about Gamboa. This is one of the fights that I can say in a long time. It doesn't even matter the opposition. I was impressed with his patience. I was impressed with him not just, I guess fighting behind the guard, Like he always looked like Mike Tyson, physically, in the facial features. And we got a chance to see him, in my opinion, to do his best impression in the ring. Went out there, had the high guards to the chin, pushing the action, coming forward, and landing the big hook, guys. See, I believe Martinez was dropped twice. And the first one was a big left hook. Boom, right? Caught his ass right on the button. And then the second one, I thought the hook missed and the right hand landed flush. Boom! And I'm not gonna lie, man. Very good victory. And doing so, I didn't know this before the fight, is that Gamboa wants to fight Tank Davis? Guys, listen, I don't get it, man. What is going on? Like, it's fighters looking at Tank Davis like some welterweights was looking at Danny Garcia when he first came. Remember when Danny Garcia first went from 140 to 147? It's like everybody wanted a shot. Keith Thurman wanted his shot. Sean Porter wanted his shot. It's like people thought that it was, a big fight, big crowd, big numbers, but maybe they thought he was easy. I don't know, guys. But for whatever reason, it's like Gary Russell Jr. been throwing Tank Davis' name out there. Gamboa wants his shot at Tank Davis. And guys, out of fucking nowhere, Leo Santa Cruz, who got Gary Russell problems right now, he wants to fight. He wants to fight Tank Davis in September. Guys, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think is going on. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, guys. My boy in the building, Bob Smitty, what's up? Says, let me see where I'm at. Second round explosion. Hey, that's how we do it, man. That's, yes, sir. Yeah, that second round. You know what? That second round for him and that second round for Tank Davis. Oh my gosh. You're right, he must defend himself much better. He did. He defended better. He kept the high guard. He pushed the action a little bit. I thought Gamboa I thought he did great. This was a really good fight that, those fights that Gamboa won that I saw the same thing. I saw the same mistakes, but he was in there against lesser opposition and he won. This time, I like what he done. But, and I'm going to say this, he stuck to the same punch combination that worked the first time. That 3-2, that left hook right, that left hook right hand. Left hook right hand, he kept going, once it worked, he kept going back to his money maker till it paid off. Former with the Whitaker defense in the corner was great. Fan of stand boxing. He said, I'm a fan of no stand boxing. You know what, guys, let's do that. All right, so we're going to jump from Gamboa. Let's jump down to Tevin Former. Guys, when people like to compare, even I guess I compare a little bit, Tevin Former versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think overall, just like, boxer, what they can do in the ring, I probably would give the slight edge to Tevin Former. But guys, when you talk about the complete package, from observing, I got to give it to Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta can fight as well, but this kid can bang. But before I get there, let me get to Tevin Foreman. So Tevin Foreman goes out there, right? He's not a knockout artist. He's not. And people don't get it. See, some people want these guys that do not have God-gifted power. They don't have it. They do what they have to do. They just don't have it. Palomar Najee could have hit the gym for the next 30 birthdays, and he just won't have the fucking pop. It just wasn't given to him. Now, some people go out there, and that's their style. Like, you know, I just want to barely touch you and move. I get that. But I seen Tevin Foreman in some of his fights where he'll get inside the pocket, shifting and rolling, change the position, getting the shot off, slipping inside the pocket. I'm telling you right now, guys, that is not easy. Slipping in close quarters, capitalizing and minimizing getting hit at the same time, that is not easy. And no fighter wants to go 12 rounds. They don't. He's just not a big puncher. Yes, he's going to get some knockouts here and there, but he's not a big puncher. Went out there and fought and won. But what came after he won, to me, it was horrific. He got booed. He got booed. It's not like he didn't do his job. He got booed. And I'm going to tell you this right here. The moment Tevin Foreman spoke out loud during that live interview, doing the live booing, when he said that, when he talking about he don't care what the fans think, they're gonna be here and blah blah blah. Have you noticed, guy? Go back and watch it. The fans stopped booing. The moment he acknowledged them and did not just keep talking and said that he don't care, they stopped booing. But before I go to what he said about Tank Davis, we got to talk about Tank Davis. Guys, we are here. If you're just not in the chat, do me a favor. Smash the like button. It is the best thing to do. All right, let me see. Santa Cruz ducked Rigondeaux. Bro, listen. Listen, guys. See, Santa Cruz is not, he can't cherry pick Tank Davis. It can be a big fight because it won't be an easy fight. If he's trying to cherry pick a big payday, maybe. But I don't get it. Santa Cruz didn't fight Rigondeaux. Hasn't to this day, he has not fought Gary Russell Jr. But he has the nerves to vocal express his interest in fighting Tank Davis. Guys, to me, that's almost like when Kell Brook fought Triple G instead of Errol Spence Jr. You got work to be done at your own weight class. Why the fuck you going up there to fight Triple G? Tank Davis would be Lomachenko's Triple G. Not Lomachenko's, I'm sorry. Leo Santa Cruz, Triple G. Rigondeaux would have been Errol Spence Jr. Gary Russell is his Errol Spence Jr. Clean up your own fucking mess in your own division before going up and getting outclassed in a different class. Tevin Foreman is a very active fighter. Bro, listen, bro. See, if Tevin Foreman is happy where he's at, that's cool. Because Tevin Foreman, it sounds like to me this kid want to be active, right? He want to fight more. And, of course, he said he want the big fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Him signing with Matchroom. Love Matchroom, I hate Matchroom. Or more so Eddie Hearn. They kept that dude active, man. They kept him active. He is fighting. He is active. And think about this. If you compare Tank Davis to Gervonta Tank Davis, look at that. I said Tank Davis to Gervonta. Guys, excuse me. If you compare Tevin Foreman and Gervonta Tank Davis, Tevin Foreman has been way more active. Tank Davis is like having a slice of cake, and somebody sliced that slice of cake and give you the slice of the sliced cake. You don't get that much of him, and it leaves you wanting more. He don't fight that often, and it leaves you wanting more. But with that being said, I believe he fought twice this year, right? It hasn't been normal, but I believe he fought twice this year. Because he fought Ruiz. He fought Ruiz. And then he fought Nunes. And he says he wants the Tevin Farmer fight in the end of the year. And guys, I want that as well. Guys, listen, if the fight don't happen next, Eddie Hearn's been talking about all the big money he been throwing to Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Tevin Farmer. We'll throw it now. Throw it now. You might not be at a strip club, but rain, goddammit, make it rain. This fight should happen. This fight should happen. Tevin Farmer said, listen. See, Tevin Farmer doing his interview, he had a more of a the boy that cried wolf type of attitude, which the boy will be Tank Davis. We want the fight, but the fight never happens. To me, that was his approach. We try to make the fight happen a lot of times. They haven't made the fight happen. If it happens, it happens. If not, then we'll go somewhere else. It's almost like a nonchalant. He doesn't believe anymore. Well, guys, Eddie Hearn, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, whoever needs to be involved. They fought on the same night. Nobody is claiming to have a mandatory need to be met next. There is no excuses. Zero. See, they used to say excuses are like assholes. Everybody have one. Not in this case. Somebody's going to be stopped up. Somebody's going to be constipated. There is no excuses. This fight should happen. Gervonta Tank Davis says he wants to fight next. Tevin Farmer said he wants to fight next. T-Dub with What's Blazing in Sports, we're here live, said he wants to fight next. Tevin Farmer can fucking fight. That's no secret. The only thing that we don't know, that we will find out, is can Tevin Farmer in your bottom right hand corner, can he take the power of Gervonta Tank Davis? Gervonta has been getting people out of there quick. Gervonta has been treating his opponents like speed dating. They come in, they talk for a couple rounds, get them out of here. Come in, talk for a couple rounds, get them out of here. 22 fights. 21 by knockout. And even when Gervonta Tank Davis was fighting Nunes, the first round, Gervonta didn't do much. Backed up, tried to jab to the gut, maybe a straight left to the gut. The moment Tank Davis in that second round said, you know what? I figured you out. Now I'm going to go forward. Onward. And it was over. It was over. And guys, from the first round, I was like, okay, you know me, guys. If you don't know me, I'm T-Dub. I do live commentating on these videos, on these fights. I go live. If you have not joined my live party, you are missing out. I don't care if you're watching a fight. Listen, guys, if some of you guys watching a fight, maybe you want to listen to me call it live. Cool. Turn the volume up. Maybe you just want to see how I react to something live. Maybe you want to say, okay, I got T-Dub on YouTube. Okay, but I'm going to put him on mute. And I got the fight going at the same time. And you see a big hit. Holy shit. Just look over to your laptop or your phone and see how the hell I reacted to it. Because, I give you my live reaction as if I was home by myself or watching with my boy Bob. I give you my live reaction. And shout out to my boy Bob and Tristan in the building. Adonis, I see you. You know what? Let me go back. Let me do this. Hold on, guys. All right, let me see. Damien Howe in the building was blazing, homie. Sheldon Holmes, what's going on, homie? All right, I know I'm behind. Let me see. Okay, I got Frenois Stan says, salute, brother. Santa Cruz is ducking Rigendale. Tevin Former is a very active fighter. Davis should be able to stop Former because Former drops his hands too often. Not good right now. He might correct that habit ASAP. Strapbook, I doubt any one of you guys make any significant changes. And honestly, even though I think Tevin Former, I think he's a good boxer. I think he's a good boxer, and he can get better. But he get hit. He also get hits, and he has not been hit by nobody that possesses that level of power at 130 that can maybe be looked at as the baby Mike Tyson or the Deontay Wilder like power at 130 pounds. Tank Davis is no goddamn joke. That is no laughing matter. When he hits you, he takes your health bar from 100 to flashing 2% on your phone battery. And guys, we know this. 2% on your phone battery, most time it don't even make it to 1%. It shuts off. And that's what he does. I do agree with you. I got Tank Davis winning. Former got booed for the low blow. Wasn't intentional though. But things happen in the sport of boxing. It happens. You know, like who did I watch do some low blows? I think Ugas, some of his shots straight a little bit low against Figueroa. It happens, you know, it happens. But I don't think you should get booed for it. Paul Jacob's son was blazing, homie. What you think of Lomachenko? In what way? I think Lomachenko's a damn good fighter. Absolutely agree with blazing the sports. Santa Cruz must clean up his weight division before deserving a big payday. That's what it's about, man. They're trying to fight Tank Davis for a big payday when you got work. If you want the big payday, I tell you what makes more sense. Go back, clean up Rigendale, go ahead and knock out Gary Russell Jr. If you do those things and say Tank, because your name is going to be put up there, people will look at your call out as being more, worthy. Right now, it's not worthy. Right now, you are the Thor before he can pick up the hammer. You're not worthy. Become the Thor that can pick up the hammer. Become Captain America when he was worthy. JTD got 2 this year so far. Yeah, you're right. He does have 2. That's what I said. Even though he hasn't been as active, like I said, I got to say this. This year, he has been active. He's fought twice, and he's looking for a 3rd. So, to be honest, Gervonta Tank Davis could be bigger than what he is. His inactivity has slowed his growth. If we had got a Gervonta Tank Davis that was fighting a minimum of 2, but should be 3. He's young. Times a year. He would be bigger right now. Probably be undisputed right now. Damien, how well? What's your thoughts on Jose Ramirez fighting in progress? What's blazing the sports? What up, Doe? Listen, bro, I don't know, man. Ramirez can fight, man. Ramirez can fight. Listen, a lot of these fights, that on paper can be 50-50. Just like Hooker versus Ramirez. On paper, that was a 50-50 fight. To be honest, inside the ring, it was somewhat of a 50-50 fight. Ramirez caught Hooker with a good shot. Ramirez caught Hooker with a hook. And the one thing that a smart finisher does, a smart finisher recognize when their opponent is hurt. If you look at the top left corner of this picture, they recognize their opponent is hurt, they land a big shot. You have to seize the moment, jump on top of it while it's there. And he did. And I cannot complain with the stoppage. If you look at this picture right here, guys, his head was parallel with the ropes. His hands was down. And to be honest, a right hand came after that. It missed. Only because Hooker's legs gave out a little bit and allowed the shot to go over his head. And he stood back up. And the referee made the right stoppage. Because he wasn't defending himself. And he caught a couple big shots. And after what we seen, and having 2 deaths in boxing, I say he made the right call. Hold on, let's see. Former defense not as good as he thinks. Just from Sheldon Holmes. Tevin Foreman's he's a good boxer. He's pretty slick. He can box you from the outside. He can even actually come inside and do a lot of slipping. I don't think the inside is where it should be yet, but I think his last fight before this, he spent about 85% of that fight out fighting the inside fighter. But he does get hit. And against Tank Davis, guys, that shit can be fucking tragedy. Against Tank Davis, that can be tragedy, hazardous from his health. Listen, guys, I got Tank Davis winning. When Tank Davis fought Nunes, my prediction was, not even my prediction, my thoughts. I said, listen, I like what Nunes is talking about. Nunes is talking about coming out there and not respecting Tank Davis. He is not scared of Tank. He is talking about, listen, I got a 90% knockout ratio. You ask me how I'm going to knock him out? By swinging. That's how. And from the first round, I was impressed. I'm not saying he was doing some crazy shit. I'm not saying he was just winning crazy either. But he came to fight. He wasn't scared. He was in there. He was in there until Tank Davis stopped backing up, stopped collecting data, and says, you know what? I seen your speed. I felt your lack of power, that it wasn't going to be enough to hurt me. And he started walking him down. Slipping punches. Left, right, ducking, jabbing, left, to the body. Until he got close enough to hit that man with a left hook that rung his bell like noon in the day. Tank Davis is a finisher, man. And we talking about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Tevin Foreman. First of all, we got to see it. It is a must. It is already past time. It is now about time. That fight needs to happen not now, but right now. Both fighters said they wanted to next. No more ducking. No more dodging. Promoters. Mayweather. Make the fight happen. I'm tired of this. Listen, Floyd Mayweather is one of my favorite fighters. I know we don't get a lot of good things about him, but as a fighter, he is one of my favorite fighters. And to be honest, I watched a lot of him, studied a lot of his tapes, and even in my own fights, because I'm studying him, I didn't get hit as much, and I became more of a counterpuncher, but an aggressive counterpuncher, because I will dictate offense and make you pay. But I'm tired of this. Don't blame Tank Davis. Blame us. Listen, it doesn't matter. Both of you guys are going to get the blame. You know, you both get the blame. We don't see him but once a year, and it comes off as being afraid to take an O. I mean, to lose that O. That's what it comes like. But let me ask you guys about a fight that's not going to happen next. But it has to happen. It's a must. It has to happen. It's not going to happen next. But I'm telling you right now, I would love for it to happen after that. But if it doesn't, I understand. Tank Davis, Javante versus Lomachenko. Ooh, guys. Oh, listen. Hear me clear. That's the fight I want. That fight is like, probably has the same build up. I mean, I don't think it would do the same numbers, but at least the same build up that you want to see it. Like the Joshua was for Wilder before Joshua lost. Most people want to see Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. Lomachenko pulling off his matrix type moves, his angles, his combinations, his way to find shots when there isn't shots. Versus Tank Davis. See, listen, people look at Tank's power. Yes, he got powers, but Tank can fucking box. Tank Davis not going out there and just swinging for the fence. Tank Davis is not going. You know, have you guys seen that movie, Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? Remember when Shawn Wayans came into the girl's house and he was mad and he just started swinging crazy and knocking little kids everywhere? Ooh, boom, 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 just swinging, right? That ain't Tank Davis. Tank Davis doesn't get the credit for being a boxer that he is. Tank Davis can box, can fight, can counter, can slip, and will make your ass pay like the rent was due on the 1st and it is the 5th. He will evict your ass. But what will happen when the Tank meets the Matrix? Will the Tank steamroll over Lomachenko, or will he get lost in the Matrix? Will he take that blue pill? I don't know. You take the red pill. You stay at 130. You become undisputed, and you never have to fight Lomachenko. But if you take the blue pill, I show you how deep that rabbit hole can go, realistically. You know, guys. Let me get back in there. Let me see if I can see this. Ramirez made Hooker head look like Pez Kenny dispenser. Bro, listen, he made that dude neck to go parallel. Like, listen, man, I thought it was a 50-50 fight, you know. But part of me probably, maybe I would have asked it in Ramirez's favor by a little bit, but it could have been a 50-50 fight. But goddamn, man, Ramirez was taking Hooker's best shot and coming forward. That's the fight I was looking forward to. I still got to get more dead on that. That's the fight I was looking forward to. Ramirez had that man wide and defenseless, that his head went on full recline. Bro, that boy head went recline and then I took a nap, man. God damn. Bob ain't holding back. The ropes kept Hooker vertical. Ropes not allowed to save you. Yeah, there's Myron when he made fun of Trey. Yeah, he making fun of Trey from Boys in the Hood coming in swinging, hitting those kids. But let's go. Hold on, guys. All right, let me see. What that say? Where he made fun of Trey. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna walk a little bit, guys. Let me walk. God damn, it's hot in the car, man. It's hot. Woo! So listen, man. So the fight of the night for me, right? You know, I was watching everything, right? I had my UFC going. You know, on one side, you know, Holloway was in action, Chris Cyborg was in action. I had the Zone going and Showtime. Guys, I mean, everything was lit, right? But the one fight I really wanted to see was Maurice Hooker versus Jose Ramirez. That's the one that I really wanted to see because it was so close, it was undefeated, and it was top rank, and the Zone coming together, right? I believe Top Rank and the Zone coming together to make this fight happen. Top Rank fighter was Jose Ramirez, and the Zone fighter was Maurice Hooker. Now, the first round, right? The one thing, because you know I call this fight live, I was like, man, that's some bullshit, you know, like, because Maurice Hooker went down, and he wasn't even hit, and I knew at that point right there that, you know, even if it's a close fight, Maurice Hooker was going to lose. Because it's a close fight, they're going to go with that knockdown that wasn't even a knockdown. Ramirez even actually admitted that, no, that was not a knockdown. He stepped on his foot. But you know what? You know, I know fighters won't do it, but what would be nice if a fighter that if you knew in the early going, now if you were losing, I understand, but if it's the first round and just begun, you know, I would probably even go to the referee and like, no, I stepped on his foot, you know. You know, because that was pretty bogus. He was already fighting behind the court for a 10-8 round in the first round. But, you know, I thought when Hooker used his jab and when we're trying to keep distance, he didn't do bad. He didn't do bad when he done that. But when it's when he got inside, and I'm not gonna have to say this, that there were some good moments. I mean, it was exciting as a fan because these guys started trading punches at one point. Like, you know, Ramirez would start getting off on Maurice Hooker. Then Maurice Hooker would come back. 1, 2, 3, 2, right? So they bang it, right? They're going back and forth. A matter of fact, in one round, both of these guys punched outside the bell. The referee was in between them, and they still was punching, right? No, that reminded me of, was it Rocky versus Apollo Creed when they was hitting outside the bell? You're not so bad. You're not so bad. You know. I mean, there could have been the second fight. I don't remember which one of those. And I'm like, okay, you know. And another thing I didn't like from Maurice Hooker, right? That I was wondering, like, bro, what are you doing, right? He will let Ramirez just literally walk into him and just walk him into the ropes and bang at his body. He didn't try to get off the ropes. He didn't try to check hook. He didn't take a half a step back uppercut. He was just letting Ramirez work. I didn't get it. I'm like, what are you doing? That's Ramirez round. I just didn't get it. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I still don't get that to this day. But, man, that motherfucking, that left hook at the end. I'm trying to go off memory. I might be wrong, guys. You may have to correct me. But I believe they was in close quarters. And I thought Ramirez might have threw maybe a right hand, and I think Hooker was getting ready to counter, and he was getting ready to throw a shot back at Ramirez, and then that left hook came, and that shit caught Hooker, and then you can saw instantly Hooker was like, oh, you know, he saw he got weak a little bit. Ramirez recognized that, ran in and went to throwing fucking thunder, trying to knock that kid out, and landed that fucking that last shot that had that boy head doing a lean back. Sometimes I lean with it, sometimes I rock with it. Man, wow. Let's see. I can't quite read this one. You think they need a replay camera when it is time for record, time for score, the fight, challenge, the countdown, the knockout? You know what? Boss Mini, I will 100% agree with you. I 100% agree. I agree. Whenever there's a knockdown, they have a minute in between rounds to replay that to see if it sticks or not. If it sticks, what the referee called, then it's good. If it's in between, then it still goes whatever the referee called. But if it's a clear that no, this man tripped or he got his foot stepped on, then I think they need to recall that. I think that's a good idea, man. That is a good idea. It probably won't be used a lot, but in cases like this, and to be honest, I think when they find out, not even just for scoring, but they should let each party know the next round or whenever they find out during that fight that, hey, that was overturned. It is not a knockdown, because when somebody's knocked down, that put a lot of added pressure for the person who got knocked down to have to fight out the norm to make up, because you're instantly down 2 rounds. It's instantly a 10-8 round when it shouldn't have been a 10-8 round. It could have been a 10-9 round either way, but that knockdown hurt you. I 100% agree, man. It won't happen a lot, but I agree. You know what? Maybe they'll use it for low blows. There's always something, but there's always, they'll work out the kinks, man. But that's a good idea, man. Good idea. Be a baby in the building. What's going on? Salute, salute. Always showing love. Don Dada says T-Dub, salute. What's blazing in the sports? I'm back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. See, if you ain't smashing a like, then you ain't smashing right. That's what she said. And like my boy Charles Burns said, I said that one time, my boy Charles Burns said, I smashed a like I smashed my wife. I'm like, okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's why she ain't asking for no divorce, because you're smashing right when you smashing a like. But guys, I'm going to switch gears for a minute, guys. I'm going to come back to this. But let me talk about the hot topic, man. I'm gonna do a video about this, but I want to talk about this for a minute. All right, guys, and do me a favor, give me about 4 minutes, because I'm gonna walk, so I won't be able to check the chat. But man, this car's hot, man. I don't know if you guys want to look at the ground or not. I could do that, but I'm gonna walk for a minute, man. I need to stretch my legs. Ever since I got like a tear in my left Achilles, it's been very hard for me to get any kind of real work in. Definitely any road work. Oh man. I messed this thing up back in May, early May, and it's not healed. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go to no doctor, but I don't know, maybe I go to urgent care. Maybe the city give me something, at least maybe try to accelerate it. It's not completely torn all the way off, but it got some tears in it. But let's talk. And I really want your guys' thoughts on this, right? Like what I'm about to say now is, I really want you guys to, how do you view this? How do you look at this? What is your observation? I'm just going to give you the facts that I know of, okay? That I heard that has been put out there. So let's get this right. Let's get it right. Dylan White tested positive for PEDs that was found in his A sample, right? He found in his A sample. Sometimes that's what they found is traces of the drug leaving your system, which means you was on the shit, you didn't stop losing it quick enough, before it left your system. I'm gonna walk in the shade, goddamn. Told you St. Louis be doing me dirty. Oh, it feels nice over here. I might even be able to see the chat a little bit. And from what I heard, Eddie Hearn, Matron, Dylan White, all found out about it on the 17th, right? They held a meeting the morning of the fight day on if they were going to let Dylan White fight or not. Oscar Rivas and his camp was not invited, was not told that there was even a meeting or that there was even a test, or if he had an option to fight somebody who tested for banned substance in his A sample. And not only that, the gloves that Dylan White and Oscar Rivas agreed on. Oscar Rivas kept his bargain like you should. The glove that both camps agreed on, them the ones I fight in. From what I heard, that was not the case for Dylan White. They agreed on a specific pair that Oscar Rivas camp got a chance to hold, look at, and squeeze in that same pair and brand. And on fight night, Dylan White was strapped up and taped up in a different pair of gloves that's a different brand that nobody got a chance to test but him and whoever made it and whoever had a chance to hold them gloves before he fought. Now, I'm just being honest, man. It's just my opinion right here. That is some fucked up shit all the way around. There is no way that in my eyes somebody can go unpunished from this. There is no, alone, you using the goddamn gloves. Because nobody checked these gloves. We don't even know what's in those gloves. We don't know if padding been removed. You just come there with some different gloves on, taped up, talking about I'm ready to fucking fight. I bet you any kind of money, Margarito wish somebody didn't check his hand wraps so he can just keep fighting. I bet you that. And we know there has to be some truth in this. Even though I believe Dylan White's part of it saying that they're going to be cleared, it has to be some truth because nobody denied it. It has to be some truth because they had a hearing about it. But isn't it crazy, guys? Isn't it crazy? They had a hearing that the WBC didn't know about, Oscar Rivas didn't know about, Vada didn't know about, T-Dub with whatsblazing in sports. That's the biggest insulting thing. I didn't know about it. Shameful, disrespectful, ungrateful son of bitches. I didn't know about it. And guys, I want to say something else, right? So, and I got to make this its own video. When Big Baby Miller tested positive, what did Eddie Hearn do? What did Eddie Hearn do? Eddie Hearn made sure he cut all ties, right? Threw him under the bus, pointed all fingers at him. Arrows, everything. Him, bad, banned. Banned him bad, right? But Dylan White, not quite so much. With Dylan White, still arguing he's innocent. Still trying to argue he was approved to fight. But there's a difference. There's a difference. You want to know what the difference is? This is my opinion. My opinion is that with Anthony Joshua case, they probably felt they had enough time to find a replacement. With Dylan White case, on a 3-day notice, they didn't probably feel they can have a replacement. And they had millions of dollars invested. And they did not want to come out that is canceled because of PDs. Eddie Hearn sacrificed himself. Now he's involved. See, Eddie Hearn is involved now. See, if Eddie Hearn would have just kept everything that Dylan fucked up, then Eddie Hearn probably wouldn't be as protective and that everything's going to work out. No, it's going to work out for Dylan White's favor. But because he got himself involved, he risked his own neck. He's accountable. He's not innocent. Let me go in the car. Hold on, guys. We'll get back to this work. Damn, let's get... It used to be shade in my car. Now, I think the sun just shifted on me. Oh, Charles Burns in the building, too. I didn't know you was in the building. What's up, Charles? Oh, boy, Charles Burns in the building. What's blazing with you, homie? But, all right, guys, you know what? I got about maybe 8 minutes before... Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's get back to... Here we go. I got about 8 minutes. I don't know why I'm hungry. I shouldn't be hungry. Maybe I could give me a snack or something. But, hey, man, I want to thank you guys for joining me, on my boxing venture. And I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Try to give you guys the work as I get it, I wish, guys, listen, if I can hit the lottery or something or, be able to do more, I wish... I want to get me a morning time. I want to get me a morning time and an afternoon time. I wish I could, but, right now, my main job comes first. And then I teach boxing. I work with some young kids and young adults. And then I don't have as much now because my time is so tight, but I do where I work with kids and young adults that have autism and I use boxing with my boy Jose, as a way to, it helps them. And I'm not gonna lie, it really does, man. It really does. It really does. I met a girl for the first time yesterday with Jose. She knew Jose, but not me. And she said that, oh, I don't like meeting new people. No, right? But when I heard that, I okay, this might be a little difficult, but, you have to learn how to approach people and get them to accept you. And I'm telling you, by that time she left, and there's only 1 hour sessions. By the time she left, she was high-fiving me, laughing at me. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to come back. And I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel good. But guys, this your boy T-Dub. Stay tuned for the next boxing venture. I'm going to keep giving this work the best way I know how. I am T-Dub. Shout out everyone that coming to the chat. Charles Burns, be a baby. Dante Watkins. Let me see, who else? Let me flip over. My name is bad. Shot Book Boxing main event. Mark in the building. What's blazing with you, homie? Damian Howell came in the building. You know how we do it, man. All right, guys. Here, I'll give you a... Oh, man. I'll come back. I got to move my car. I was going to move my car, but I'll walk. Where my keys at? All right, this is what I'm going to do. Since I parked at the very far end, 'cause I got to get some cardio in. I can't run because of my Achilles. So I parked, okay, I'm going to get this walking in. And when I started to see, I was getting love handles. I'm like, love handles? Love handles? Who the hell love handles? I don't love handles. I don't even have a love-hate relationship. I hate them. But let's get it. Man, this weekend, listen, bro, this weekend was a great weekend for boxing. We have, I think, Adam Konoski coming up this weekend. So we'll see what happened there. Gervonta Tate Davis, listen, man, Gervonta gives you what you want. He gives you what you need. This guy is, shit, Gamboa got the look like Mike Tyson, but Tate Davis might got the power like Mike Tyson, for that division. 20 wins, 21 knockouts. And listen, and just like Gamboa had a good fight. Came back, patient, wasn't just get hit. Listen, I I like Gamboa in this fight because I done gave him some shit before. I'm like, God damn it. I mean, his defense was in there. He was easy to get time. He had a better guard. He was more patient. I think he took this more serious. I like what he done. He went out there and he landed the big shots. He found that 3-2, that hook, left hook, right hand that was working for him. He stuck with it until he got the job done and finished his fight. A good fight. Hooker versus Ramirez. That was it was a pick'em type of fight for real. It really was a 50-50 fight. You probably picking the person who you had to just lean towards if you want to just pick a winner. And Ramirez pulled it off, man. Listen, he got hit with a shot. It wasn't like Hooker was just getting beat up. He just got caught with a good shot, guys. Ramirez, to me, did a damn good job of taking Hooker's punches. Maurice Hooker, to me, had a pretty good right hand. He took it. And the one thing that Maurice Hooker said when they was leading up to a fight, they was talking about what each other does well, is he talked about how Jose Ramirez has a good left hook. Oh, my God. I'm telling you right now, Maurice Hooker knows firsthand how good that left hook is now, because that shit got him in trouble. That shit had his neck doing the fucking limbo and shit. His neck was doing it's time for the percolator, it's time for the percolator. That shit was going back. But good fight, man. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Tevin Former, Tank Davis, Ramirez, Gamboa. You know, and even the UFC that went on, Holloway, Cyborg, all these guys that fought. Till next time, guys, it's your boy T-Dub. Here is What's Blazing the Sports.